was the term in English, that was following this investigation or leading this investigation, was almost killed 4 times. And Anthony Blinken came to my country unofficially several times to try to disregard all the concerns that the government and the people in my country had. Your country, through U.S. aid, has been interfering into a lot of other countries.
So Isa, that's the whole point. U.S. aid is like, big part of it is America's soft power. And I don't see what's wrong with that. I don't understand why that's a problem.
Sorry, have you elected a fraud in my country supported by Biden by USA? I don't see the problem in there.
Wait, nothing that you said has anything to do with what I said. It's like a non sequitur.
Just pointing out the corruption, Kevin.
That's okay, that's fine. That wasn't my point.
Yeah, well, it's her point.
Okay, well that's fine.
Kevin, you have no point. You're making up the law, and you're totally wrong. You're delusional, young man. Completely deranged and delusional.
Where we actually substantively respond to the things that one another said. So what I said is that this USAID money is money that was approved by Congress. It was passed by Congress. And regardless
Breaking news, another Doge update. Today, agencies terminated 105 contracts with a ceiling value of $935 million, $580 million in savings, including $1 million National Science Foundation consulting contract for fitness services. Fitness update. As a follow-on, there was a larger $32 million purchase agreement for government-wide consulting on fitness center services. Ooh, wow, another $1 billion saved. Now the president can't stop funding for USAID. It's illegal. He doesn't have the power or the authority to do this. This is illegal.
You said, so that's one claim. My other claim is that these numbers are largely exaggerated, and you can all look this up, but 1 million people have called them out, and they've even corrected a lot of their own information. Doge is constantly getting community noted on X for exaggerating their savings. Yeah, I'll cite you a article right now. I'm just gonna put it in the chat. People can read if they want to, but everybody's made up their own mind on this.
Who just said that? Get to the point. Who just said that? That's so fucking funny.
Yeah. So Doge hasn't saved nearly as much money. The programs are being misrepresented. And they've fired all of the actual people who would investigate real instances. Here's my question. Here's one of my questions. Why is no one being charged criminally? There's all of this fraud that you've allegedly found, all of this fraud wasted news. Why is nobody being... Oh, it'll come. So why is he waiting?
Because, as you build a case... You gotta understand, this is the Department of Justice, which now is taking this forensic accounting. As you said, your daddy is a forensic accountant. So once they have all the data, then they can file the briefs and the motions and make the arrests.
It sounds hard.
I don't know. We need to get a USAID grant to get Wizard a mic that doesn't sound like dog shit. Oh my god, you sound like you're getting butt fucked underwater. Like, what is happening?
It's because no one wants to mute up as I'm speaking because you're so dopamated.
The central claim was about fraud, waste, and abuse, and in turn, you've listed a bunch of programs that you ideologically disagree with. What is actually fraudulent about those programs?
As taxpayers, we're pissed. We're taxpayers. We're voters. We're getting scammed and screwed.
They're in the business of eliminating programs they ideologically disagree with.
These aren't programs. These are called purchase requisitions. These are programs put on government credit cards being sent overseas.
Yeah, well, no offense, man. The last 20 years, all of the programs for the left have been fucking insane, okay?
Is anyone, that's a matter of your opinion and your ideology, okay? I'd say some of these programs are being misrepresented, but regardless, it's beside the point.
Misrepresented? Let me go back to what Doge is telling us. Hold, please hold. Do not release. Do not release. Please hold. Please put me in the queue.
Ideologically disagree with them.
Listen, these are purchase card requisitions across multiple agencies in the billions for all types of money laundering schemes to send it overseas. Do you think any of this money for climate change?
No evidence of that. No evidence of money laundering.
Okay, you're focusing on the word were fraud. Okay, all of these were authorized, whatever you want to say, and the point here is that it's government efficiency. This is a waste of money.
Oh, so this has nothing to do with fraud and abuse.
And your tax money is going to other places in order to further agendas on LGBTQ and trans shit.
Wait, what about fucking
nothing
making
to do,
agricultural
hold on,
products?
that has nothing to do with the purpose and that people are paying taxes. So people are having trouble getting, how do you say in English, getting end meat or something like this. Like they cannot afford even food. They're all talking about the price of eggs, and yet 40 or 30% of their fucking salary, they're working 4 months of the year for free to give that money to the government so that they can send it to fucking
Wait, did you acknowledge that only like 0.5 to 1.5% of our budget even is foreign aid? So what you're saying is like mostly untrue. Like 66% of our tax base goes towards paying Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security.
Kevin, what I'm saying is that a normal individual is paying 30% taxes. So 4 months of their year, they're working for free for the government so that they can misuse a lot of this money and send it outside.
This is why I love you, Isa. You are so common sense pragmatic.
Hold on, shut up. Maybe 1% is equivalent to 5% of my pocket. That is 5% that they could be using to buy fucking eggs.
Isa, are you predicting that Trump is going to reduce the deficit?
This feels like deja vu, Dr. Isa. Why do I feel like we've been here before in this conversation with Dr. Kevin?
I didn't, hold on, I just want to clarify that 100%. I said 100%, I believe that. I'm not saying that he's going to eliminate 100% of it.
No. You believe that the deficit is going to be reduced under Trump. So we're going to
Correct.
come back to that, okay? We'll talk about that in a couple of years.
Yeah, we will talk about things right now, not in the future, because you are prognosticating bullshit. All these Democrat scam programs have come to an end, thank God, because Donald Trump is president. And I just want to let Kevin know that as he deconstructs the social communist system that has been created by terrorist internal Democrats, you will squeal like a little pig in the same way that you are squealing right now, Dr. Kevin.
I'm in a grocery store right now, so I'm gonna let you guys duke it out a little bit. But I thought Rooster made a good point about the exercise of soft power. We see China increasingly seizing ground around.
Oh, now you deflect to China instead of talking about the corruption of the Democrats and corruption internally. Let's talk about China now. Let's talk about China now.
I can't yell in here.
I know you can't yell in there. Go pick out your frozen dinner. Pick out your frozen chicken for the night and let the grown-ups speak, Dr. Kevin.
Okay, so one of the programs that you mentioned was about like improving agricultural systems in like Honduras.
No, that was climate change for transgenders in Guatemala.
My money goes towards improving agricultural systems. I think that's
You don't even work hard enough to pay enough taxes to make it even
a
worthwhile.
very small amount of aid around the
Edmund,
world.
stop. Your mic is fucked.
Let's get Edmund some USAID for a better mic.
Yeah, Edmund, we don't hear a word you're saying. We just hear like.
This is really annoying. It's a brand new phone.
It's horrible.
It does sound like you're underwater, Edmund. Really.
Why don't you buy better phones, Edmund? Are you?
Hey.
Yeah, he's back.
Okay, how is this? Is this better?
Nice.
No, it's the same shit.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, the secret is that everybody has to shut up when he talks because otherwise we can hear him.
No, but we like to interrupt others.
It's actually amazing, you know. It's like all Palestinians should have that. Like, you should like.
Yeah, actually, it should be a feature on Clubhouse that you can hear someone interrupting. You don't hear anything that he's saying, but you let him rant.
Agent.
So the double agent. Are you happy with Donald Trump's performance so far and the Doge team uncovering all the fraud, waste, abuse, and scams?
Wait, no fraud proven so far. Not a single charge even filed.
Kevin, your voice
But it's waste, no?
Waste, that is, so I would generally consider waste to be money not going towards its intended purpose. So if we intended on spending a few $1 million to like distribute condoms or whatever in some developing country, that wouldn't be waste. That would be money being, going towards its intended purpose. If you like ideologically, if you like
country, that's like completely futile.
Red flag, red flag. Red flag alert, red flag alert, wasting money on bullshit. Wasting money on bullshit.
But yeah, like what largely we're talking about, like I said, and I'm going to say it again, it's not actually fraud, waste, and abuse.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Bullshit alert.
Can I give it a shot at guessing what you're thinking? Do you think that Kevin is very anal?
Fucking soy boy. No
Damn.
offense, Kevin.
I mean, some guy just told Kevin he loves him. We'll see you later, sweetie. I mean, Daniel, no offense. I mean, anybody can orgasm how they want in private. But the point is, no one wants to continue getting fucked financially. Who wants to work all this time to pay taxes to fund all this fucking bullshit?
By bullshit, you mean the vast majority of your money, which goes towards Medicare, Medicaid, and Social
That
Security.
included.
Because that's like by far the
I
largest
know
share.
where all our money goes, but this is showing actual purchase card requisitions at Doge.
Here's the funny
$230 billion worth of bullshit.
Budget or whatever. You need some really
$40 trillion in debt. $230 billion in bullshit.
Because it's so
A
unpopular.
lot of these Medicare and Social Security and help is going to illegal immigrants.
Yeah, it's just is it true?
It is, yeah,
In Chicago, we spent over $2 billion housing over 60,000 people from Venezuela, senor.
So that would once again be that'd be a different claim. So East is claiming
Even
that I
the
responded
OC
to.
is complaining now about housing and everything being super expensive and actually supporting people moving from states, to cheaper states. It's just amazing. Now they're complaining about how expensive things are going, and it's because of that. It's because of bad policy of the Biden administration.
Uh-oh, look out.
That's certainly not the
Dr.
reason.
Anderson
That's
has
your
arrived.
understanding
He's what
of
I
why
like to
housing
call
is
the
expensive
Jew
in the United
whisperer.
States. You're missing a lot.
Look out, the Jew whisperer is here.
I mean, the housing, that actually, you said that actually might be like an area where we'd like have some agreement, and then I'd say that like some of the reasons why housing is so expensive is due to like, government barriers to building more housing, permitting, over-regulation of the housing sector. So that might
No shit, Sherlock.
that might be that might.
But Kevin, HUD has a $100 billion annual budget, and that's just wealth redistribution. It's called Housing Urban Development. $100 billion a year. Ben Carson was the head of that agency, but yet he still booked it. The point is, it's all communism and socialism and wealth redistributionism.
These are buzzwords that people won't care about.
These are not buzzwords, senor. This is called $40 trillion in debt. We can't keep redistributing the money. We've got to pay the debt down.
But that's fine. But then be honest and say that you're interested in like serious entitlement reform. Because we're not.
Of course, we are interested in serious entitlement reform.
Fixing Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, but you guys are like too chicken shit to actually like do anything.
You guys are
Just,
too
like,
chicken shit, Dr.
Dr.
Kevin.
Balance sheet.
I think you should go to the real core issue and just get rid of all the Jews and go.
Ooh, the Jew Whisperer has arrived. The Jew Whisperer. Do you hear that, Dr. Kevin? There's always one layer deeper of shit than you. Welcome, Mr. Anderson, to the stage.
Well, we can expand into all Jews if you want.
See, Kevin, just when I thought you could have been the worst person in the world, sure enough, the Jew Whisperer, Dr. T-Robes comes marching in to remind us about the J word. Hello, Jew.
Tim, please, like, no. Just, no.
What? Is he talking about the Jews already? Oh.
He is the Jew Whisperer.
Right?
Without him, then you never remember about the J words until he comes by like a whisper. The J's. Do I need to remind you about the J word?
It's funny. We never talk about their behavior, but always that you know.
Funny, funny.
It's the behavior of everyone else that notices. I dare you
Go
notice.
find a woman and
Amazing.
have
He doesn't need a woman. He's got a fucking giant dog to sleep with every night.
Get yourself a nice cup
Okay.
of tea.
Your husband sucked
Tea.
dicks, okay? Don't
What
fucking
is
try to talk to me about relationships. Alright.
Well, at least we have one. I mean, you are so
Amazing. Like you the fucking I would share what I have on this fucking app with these demons about.
These demons? You sleep with a dog every night, Dr. T. Robs. She's
Demons
dead
are
to
very
you.
like it's actually in this case. But
You know, I gotta say, Dr. T. Robs, you are a foul creature of a man.
honestly, Tim, man,
That's
like
amazing.
I wish that you.
Why are you mentioning my why are you obsessed?
No one's obsessed with the J word whisperer. We're just platforming you because we want to roast you a little bit.
I just don't want to listen.
Okay, just
to
go
you
have a
run your
threesome
mouth.
with another man with your husband, okay?
Hey, Sarah, how are you?
Hi, Ash.
So welcome back to everyone to Anal Palestinian Logic. This is a reverse engineering room to help dehypnotize you from your own stupidity.
Oh man, we were having such a lovely conversation earlier. There's toxic people coming in.
Oh,
It was
so
not
you're
lovely.
shitting on
Stop
Palestinians,
lying.
is that okay?
It was not lovely. We had Kevin defending all the government.
Oh, but I mean, it's just like.
I mean, I would have a serious conversation about actual like fraud, waste, and abuse, or like ineffective foreign aid programs, because I have opinions about that. You know, but this isn't like
You
a real
have opinions
conversation.
about everything.
Yeah, I have. There's been lots of highly ineffective foreign aid programs. No, I'm not mine.
I did.
But you guys like aren't serious.
He's been running the room. Sorry, go ahead.
I'd love to have a serious conversation about which particular, grants you find ineffective, but instead we get this like laundry list of like 15 things with no time to actually investigate anyone. So is anyone here actually going to defend what you would need to do in order to like really balance the budget, which would be like very serious
You
entitlement
really don't like
reform?
efficiency, Kevin. You really you sweat every single pore of you. You sweat the incompetency of a Democrat.
I mean, efficiency is a value neutral term. It depends on what you are doing. What are you efficient at?
So why are the Democrats losing their minds if it's neutral?
Because my point is that they're losing their minds because they don't deem many of these programs funding to health centers in Illinois to be like inefficient use of money. Now, what's happening is that they're finding these little programs that they ideologically disagree with. Good red meat for the base, say we cut $1 million to transgender, whatever, and then meanwhile, funding to actual health services that benefit Americans are being cut as well, and it's just like red meat fodder. Recently, I mean, you just think about Ireland. Recently, a grant was cut to investigate Tim not stopping having sex with his dog. And I mean, I think that was like a really efficient use of, Tim just won't stop. We were trying to stop him using USAID, and Tim won't stop. He won't even leave his room. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. Everybody knows you do that. Everybody knows you do that.
Two laws that the National Socialists introduced upon taking power in Germany.
Are you okay, Tim?
No. So you see nothing wrong with one of your fellow Jews accusing someone of fucking bestiality. You see nothing wrong with that. And then you say...
I have as much evidence for that as Doge has of fraud.
The
I have
other
just as
two
much
have
evidence.
become victim.
What are you talking
What the
about?
fuck are you? Are you deaf, dumb, and blind?
What are you... Tim, are you okay?
This fucking faggot literally just accused me of sexually abusing my dog. And you see nothing wrong with that. You choose to come off mic about me.
Oh, you know what? I didn't catch that.
Oh, that's convenient. Amazing.
Yeah, that's what happened. But that is
Yeah, okay, amazing. Because the Jews don't consider this degeneracy. They promote the
Yeah,
degeneracy.
I don't think that they're going to care about me.
Amazing.
Me too.
Who owns the porn
I don't think
industry?
they're
Seriously,
I don't think they're going to care about
everything okay?
Who owns
Yeah, they're not
everything
going to care
degenerate
about
in
trolling
society?
a Hitler
You're a
defending
fuck.
anti-Semite.
You're a
Yeah, they're not going to
fucking
care about
fucking
trolling you.
puppet
You're
dodger.
not a real person.
Amazing.
You're like a lonely, like 30-year-old.
Amazing.
Oh my
like,
god,
Really
everyone in
Jews.
this room has
Amazing.
got beef. Hold on, everybody in this room has got beef with Tim.
I know. They're obsessed with me.
You're
Because
obsessed
they
with the
always
Jews.
come
All I
in
hear
their
you
feet.
talk about. All I
They
hear you
never
talk
called
about is
me
the
a
Jews.
liar. They never.
Yes, you're a liar. It goes without saying. You believe many things that are untrue.
They never
Particularly about the
actually
Jews and the
criticize what's
Holocaust
been
and all
said.
that.
They just
Yeah,
say their
you're not like a
feelings.
real person. Okay,
Whoa,
so
Hang on,
here's the
hold on,
reason.
there's been a
Here's the
comment.
reason. Here's the reason why it's
Tim
not
has
engaging
admitted to being minor
Enjoy
attracted
what
on
you
the
are
app.
saying, okay? Because
Enjoy.
you don't actually care about any of the underlying facts that you say.
The
It's
underlying
Kevin,
facts
shut
of
up.
rhetoric.
Kevin,
every
It is
single
rhetoric
thing
that you use
do
to
is
attack
make it worse.
Jews.
That's
look at the chat. Look at the chat. Is that
like I
true?
give a fuck about some dipshit in the chat. Amazing.
Like, did you admit to being minor attracted to children? Like, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened because some dipshit in the chat's now writing something amazing.
No, serious. It's like, where this.
Am I a Jew? So, is that something you think that it would admit to being?
I don't know, Tim. You're so
I know,
intense.
but you
Shut
married
up,
someone that
Chris.
sucks dick, so you're into
Well, at
degeneracy.
least that isn't children.
You married someone that's into sucking dick, so you like
Like,
him.
that doesn't put me off. I love you.
I know it doesn't put you
I
off.
love
That's the
you.
problem.
He's the father of my child.
Well, that's too
I
late
love
for you.
him. I love him dearly, and he's a good man.
Why
You
do
are
you
not
care?
so.
Why do you care who she wants to love and who she wants to do family with? I mean, like, does she care about what
I
you do?
don't care. That's why I didn't address her. But if she's going to personally attack me, I'm going to
Oh, no, just
reply in kind.
stop.
I'm going to reply in kind.
Accuse me
Listen,
of
listen,
shit all the
cry
time.
harder. I don't
He's
care.
like, you
I didn't even
accuse
speak to you.
all
I didn't. Hey,
the time.
hey.
I actually
listen,
came
listen.
to you and I was like, man,
Amazing.
are you okay?
I don't care.
Are
Amazing.
you okay? Because I'm actually
That's amazing. I don't care.
I'm going
I
so
don't care.
downhill. Like, what is
Don't care.
happening to you? What is wrong?
Reality. That's
What's wrong in your life?
Reality is what's happening.
Literally, you
The
become
sooner
like
everyone else wakes up,
exhaustingly
it's going to
sad.
be 1,031 times.
Tim, I wish you well, man. I'm really like actually my
Well,
heart
you know,
goes to you, man.
amazing.
It's like whatever it is,
I have another vaccine
like
or something.
it's a
you know,
really,
let just, you know,
sad situation, man.
Well, you're the one who. Listen, do you believe Abby was going to get carried away off into some sex, but you get yourself all worked up, hot and flustered? Like, fucking. Pull yourself together, woman, alright? And you're fucking criticizing me?
I'm not criticizing you.
You fucking are. You literally had a fucking meltdown about Abby.
Feel bad to you, Tim.
Listen to me.
I don't know what
You had a
goes on
fucking
in your
meltdown
life.
in this app.
Honestly,
Listen,
I wish you
listen.
well, man. I
You
hope
had
that
okay, well, I wish you
people
well.
look
Yeah, but
after
you need
you.
it. Listen to me. I wish you the best, okay? Amazing.
Whoa, Tam in the chat. White people shouldn't have kids. The white race needs to go extinct.
Is he Jewish too?
Come up here, Tam. Issa, send him an invite. Oh, there he is.
I think he has some mental health condition.
Tam, come
Well,
off mic.
Jews-
Tell us all about it.
Ashkenazi Jews are 40% more likely than the average population to be schizophrenic.
Alright, let's not jump to the gun. Let's hear.
I'm Swedish. I'm not Jewish. I'm Swedish.
And you're white.
Yeah, I am. It's me in the picture.
So I haven't yet killed yourself yet then, if white people are so bad.
I wanted to
Have you
it
invited a
slowly.
black man into your
No. That's why I don't have children, because I want the
Oh,
white race
okay.
to die.
Oh, so you believe the Jewish white guilt narrative, amazing.
No.
Oh,
I just
no,
think
no,
that
no.
white people should just die. I think.
Amazing. Because black people built the free world, okay? Black people
Yeah,
built
I
two-story
think
buildings before white
white
men arrived
people
in
have
Africa.
done so many massacres and they're up to no good, basically. They just
So why don't you just kill yourself?
Yeah,
Like,
why
why don't
I
you
mean-
just save yourself now?
Because I'm spreading the message before I die.
I know, but
I'm gonna spread the
you're
message
taking
for the
up
rest of my
oxygen.
life.
You're an oxygen thief. You're taking up oxygen that
Fine,
people of
but
color.
then I'm taking
People
up
of color
your
could be
oxygen,
breathing
and that's
that
fine
oxygen
actually.
you're breathing
I
right now.
take up your oxygen, that's fine.
Well, you're in a different continent than me.
No, I'm not. Where do you think I am?
You said that you're in Sweden.
Yeah, that's not a different continent. I mean,
Yes, it is.
you're in Ireland. You're in Ireland.
I'm from there. That's not where I am.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways,
Well,
I take up
Ireland
your.
is the same continent as Sweden.
Amazing. Anyway, so
So
you're depriving.
I'm
listen,
pro
you're
white
depriving all your
genocide.
blood.
I'm pro
All
white
the new
genocide.
Swedish people that they keep inviting.
You're
That's
not
now
either. Jesus
all the
Christ.
new Swedish people that have now made Sweden the most bombed city in Europe, overtaking the title that must have at one point been must have been held by Ireland. Amazing. Sweden is now the most bombed country in Europe, but it's all the white people doing the bombing. All the white people.
Yeah, look at what we're doing everything. It was all white people that did it. White people is the root cause of all evil on earth. Without white people, the world will be better.
Really, Tom? Are you
Really?
You know, I agree. It was white people that invented the bomb. You know, like it's a very destructive thing. Like, you know. Oh, sorry, that was a Jew.
Yeah, if it were for Palestinians or
No, it was a Jew that invented the bomb.
Hold on, if it were for Palestinians or black people,
You know, it was white people that invented
stones
communism.
and sticks.
Oh, and Marxism. Oh, sorry, no, that was Jewish as well.
Tim doesn't know how to
It was white men that invented transgenderism. You know.
Doesn't. He can't.
I have, by the way, I don't want any more children because I already have 20 children with 3 different Somali women. I'm destroying the white race. I'm making more black people in the world. This is improving it. More Islam. MashaAllah.
Holy shit. Oh, do you know, I need to take a second and wash my soul, man. Some dirty shit in this room is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm part of one of these people that works for George Soros to get Muslims into Europe and turn it into Eurabia so we can destroy the white people.
Eurabia.
Yeah, we're gonna destroy Europe, Mr. Anderson. We're gonna make you a Muslim as well. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
Are you gonna rape all the young girls too?
No, that I heard you're into that, so I'm not doing that.
Who?
Amazing.
Oh, you've got standards, okay.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just want the white race people to die, not
Amazing.
Yeah.
You should get better at trolling, bro.
This is the kind of shit you believe in. That's why it's funny. You think that there's a white genocide and you think that the Jewish people are behind.
How many kids have you got?
I have none.
Okay, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
Well, they're not related, unlike yours, so yeah.
You don't have brothers and sisters which are related to you.
I mean, I know you have.
Are you adopted?
I bet your mom and dad were twins, Mr. Anderson. That's the only reason I think you have. That's the only way you have this
that
opinion.
doesn't even make sense, dipshit.
Well, it does make sense because that's the only reason. That's the only thing that explains why you're inbred and you have these retarded opinions.
Amazing. So you can't refute the argument. You just have to smear. Amazing.
I mean, judging from the opinions you have, it's quite true.
So what is it that I've said wrong?
I mean, except for pretty much everything you say about
okay. So give me an example. Let's break it down. Tell me something I've said that's wrong.
I've heard you talking about the Holocaust, for example.
Okay, did I mention that here today?
No.
Okay, so let's just focus on this room right
now. Okay. So now we're moving the goalposts.
We can have a whole room.
So now we're moving.
Amazing. We can have a whole room.
So now we're moving the goalposts.
Amazing.
So we only have
no, nigger, you're moving the goalposts by trying to bring the topic.
The troll.
Let's focus on what's been said in this room right now.
Tab, go.
So what is it? Listen to me. If we want to make this a Holocaust room, I've got all night. Do you want to make it a Holocaust room? Amazing. The Holocaust? Where do you want to go? No. Amazing.
Oh my god.
Amazing. So what was, okay, let's go then. Outside of Auschwitz, what was the number on the granite plaque in the 70s What was the number?
I mean,
What was
you
the
can
number?
only hold on.
Let's go
You can
into
only, like,
some facts.
half
Let's go into some
okay,
facts.
Sarah, because he
Let's
is
go into some facts.
pro-Israel and anti-Islam and whatever, but he is anti-Trump and pro-European Union, and he is a
Pro-West.
Democrat.
This dish is pro-European Union.
Fuck yeah, I am.
Oh my god, his brain
So
rot.
he's half
Brain rot.
George Soros.
Amazing. So let me, you're actually
I'm a fan of
first
George
one on the
Soros.
line.
No, George
You German
Soros
defense
is
minister?
financing me, okay?
Amazing.
Yeah, George Soros is behind this. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
You're a fish retarded.
Yeah, I'm working for the
Oh, look at this.
Society
You're the
Foundation.
Quoting a Jew in your fucking bio.
Yeah. I mean, why would I quote a white man? They would be just like,
Oh,
oh, look,
why?
I
No, he
quote a
admitted it.
bunch
He
of people.
admitted the Jews aren't white. Look, he just admitted it. At least I didn't quote a white man. He admits himself he's not white.
It was you that said it. I mean,
No, you just reiterated it.
I mean,
Well,
Jewish
so you
last
don't
name,
disagree?
Jewish last name.
Edmund.
You can be
Disagree?
white and Jewish.
Edmund, where are you?
You can be white and
If a
Jewish.
black man is albino, does that make him white?
Yes.
You're retarded.
No, it's true.
You're
White.
retarded.
I mean, it's all about the skin color.
Okay. You know that there was in COVID, during COVID, there were 2 Chinese doctors that they turned black. It's in the Daily Mail. You can look it up. They turned black. So were they then ethnically black?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. Have they now got passes to say nigger?
Yes, they do.
Oh, amazing.
If you don't know, now you know.
There's so
Tam.
much.
Tam, I respect the troll, man. At first, I took you too seriously. But I fucking love it, man. I was like, what the fuck? And then when I realized, I was like, oh shit, that's awesome.
Well, I mean, I have read about these kind of these conspiracy theories, like white genocide,
But you've not actually read.
Arabia, and everything.
Amazing.
It's just like complete nonsense.
Let's talk about one then, right? Which is the conspiracy theory. Because
Okay,
come
let
on,
me honest.
and
Listen,
you also have to define.
let me ask you a
It's
question.
very fundamental.
No, but let me
What
ask
is
you
a
a question.
conspiracy theory? No, what is a conspiracy? Like, what is a conspiracy and what is a theory? What does that phrase mean?
Well, conspiracy theory
A
is something that has.
a conspiracy. Let's break it down. What is a conspiracy?
It is something that people believe in that has.
Incorrect. That's not
That
the
is-
definition. No,
I mean-
go look up the dictionary. I know English isn't your first language. A conspiracy is a group of 2 or more people that are secretly conducting something. Technically,
I was talking about
a small business, 2 people could conspire. Also, criminals can conspire. Okay, so for people to conspire, it is for them to essentially have a hidden agenda. But it's not something you can do on your own. It's at least 2 people.
Well, let's take an example instead.
Okay.
Do you believe that Jewish people are getting Muslims into Europe so they can turn it into Eurabia as because of World War II, that they want to take revenge on them?
Oh, I don't think it's because of World War II, but is that is objectively a fact. Well, do you want to hear Hey, listen, I can play you the clip of Jews talking about this themselves. In fact, it was a Jew in Sweden, a woman, Barbara.
Oh my God! Oh
Yeah.
my God! So wait. Let's say she actually said that. I don't think she did.
Oh, okay.
It was a while ago.
Here's the thing.
But wait. No. Wait. I want to ask you a question. So
You can't even.
So if one Jewish person says something, she speaks for everyone?
No, who said one?
Even if it's 10.
That's also a
Let's say it's 10.
You see, this is your problem. You're tripping over your
So
own
how much
assumptions.
evidence?
You
How
know,
many people do you have?
listen. You're tripping over your own assumptions. And you assumed one thing, you assumed the next.
Instead
You
of
just,
talking about what I assume,
you are tripping over
Tell
all
me,
of your own
tell me,
assumptions.
how
Because
do
you
you go
have
from?
no actual evidence.
So how do you go from
You
one
are
person saying
thoroughly,
something?
you are thoroughly demoralized.
Yeah. So
Demoralized.
answer my question.
No amount of evidence.
Answer my
actually
question
convince
instead.
you.
Hey,
no
Imran.
amount
Hey,
of evidence presented to
Imran,
you,
answer my question,
nothing
Imran.
will wake
Hey,
you up until the book is on your foot.
Imran, answer my question, Imran. Okay,
Of course,
thank you.
the nigger wants to go on Mars
So,
somehow. It's
Imran, answer my question. So, when do you believe that? If there's three people who are Jewish who say something, do they speak for the entire? Oh, he left. Oh God, what?
No, I put it down so you could speak, but then I think he left and gave him a thing. But
yeah, that guy is so fucking sad. It's unbelievable.
I'm sorry, but there is a point where I'm like, I actually can't handle it because it's too much.
Oh, I wanted him to answer that question because I've never.
No, you'd never get anywhere. I mean, if anybody has him, ping him back.
I'm stubborn as fuck. I wouldn't give up until I get an answer. I would just continue answering.
Well, then you'd be there all night, man.
I'm cool with that because I want to get an answer because it's like he thinks that Jewish people are some kind of homogeneous group where everyone thinks the same thing and they're all working for each other in some kind of cabal of some kind. There's no evidence of any other group doing this, but somehow Jewish people are exempt from this and they all think the same way, which you can also clearly see in Israel, because how many governments have stayed in power for 4 years? It's never happened because they never agree on anything. I mean, it's like, it's so fucking stupid. This is the kind of things that I would have brought to his attention, but I know that he's never gonna answer this question. He's just gonna speak about something.
He can't hear you. What's his name again? What's his...
Mr. Anderson.
Just Mr. Anderson, let me find him. Mr. Anderson, get him back. He's so quick to, is he... Oh, there he is. Okay, let me ping him in. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to, like, squish that. I just wanted him to quiet so you could...
Oh, it's fine. It is very entertaining, though, to talk to people like this. Thank you, Don Julio. Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of interesting to hear how he thinks about things and what he sees as evidence. He's quoting this woman. It was a long time ago since I last read it, but there's this one woman who said this, and somehow it's evidence of this Jewish conspiracy theory. Because as soon as they see something from a group that, like, as soon as they see some Jewish person who says something they believe in, then they automatically think that this person speaks for all Jewish people. It's just that this is the only one who is honest. It's so fucking insane to me how anyone can believe in this. But I mean, I can just speculate about what kind of life he's had so far. I don't imagine it to have been very good, to be honest. Because
I really liked him. Like, I've known him for a couple of years. And he was cool, man. He has this dog. He lives in, I don't know, I thought he was in Ireland. And I've always liked him, but the last year, he's gone fucking crazy. He's been saying some crazy shit. And more extreme by the day. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. Anyway.
Well, there's quite a lot of that in the world, so it doesn't surprise me. Basically, COVID broke a lot of people's brains.
Yeah, and you know, the girl that was just in here, she was on X viral.
I know, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, so it's like fucking all of them. I think there's a room going on, so...
They are always in a room together, by the way. Her and T-Robs or Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, no, it's fucked up. Rumor! Sorry,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I was in Sainsbury's, so I couldn't speak. I find it incredible that people think that we probably have some kind of worldwide conference after Shabbat, or we have a Borg mentality. Everyone's an individual. It's like ridiculous. Hi, Dan.
How you doing?
Not too bad. It is the weekend, so always happy.
Nice. Happy to hear that.
It's Poets' Day. We call it Poets' Day here, Tam. It means piss off early tomorrow.
Okay, nice. Yeah, haven't seen you around much lately.
It's because it's nearly year end, financial year end, so I've just been really stressed out at work. I'm the kind of person who leaves everything to the last minute, so I've had so many board reports and I'm very tired, so I'm looking forward to this weekend.
Yeah, I hear you.
Did I tell you I got reported, Tom?
What Thomas?
What?
Yeah. Apparently I'm inciting hatred towards Muslims. I did not incite hatred, or neither have I incited violence towards Muslims. All I said is that Islamists are going to destroy Europe. I'm sorry.
Yo, you see my picture? I said to Ewan, I'll go to the baby food aisle to get stuff for our baby. And he was like, oh my god, look at this. And there's a whole line of baby food called For Aisha. Like, what?
Oh, we've just seen that. Oh, that's hilarious.
You know what I mean? Like, for the little girl that was sold to the old man. Like, what the fuck?
I'll tell you when it gets to the point of getting ridiculous. So it's been Ramadan recently. I think it still is. Is it Ramadan? I don't know if it's over. However, I was told I'm being very insensitive by having a drink whilst showing my face on a conference call on web camera.
Fuck off.
And that's exactly what I said to my manager. I goes, fuck off. I'm not telling them to have a drink. I'm not eating, for fuck's sake, I'm not eating a sandwich or a packet of crisps or anything. All I'm doing is having a drink. They go, you're being very insensitive. And I'm like, fuck off.
Jesus Christ. That's so like authoritarian. Like, if we're not doing it, you're not doing it. Like, oh man, you know, Ewan and I decided we have to leave the UK because it's so fucked. You seen what King Charles is doing? It's just like, what a traitorous scumbag, man.
I know. I don't know what King Charles is always playing up, but
I think he's Muslim. I think he might be more Muslim than he is Christian. He's not Christian. I swear to God, he's not Christian.
I would hazard a guess, if he was not the head of Church of England, he would probably opt to be a Muslim.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think privately he is Muslim. I don't think he actually gives a fuck about being the head of the church.
I don't know. It's just not, this is not the country that I was born in. It was, I'm not saying that it was always, hunky-dory and it was always, but since the last, I would say the last 10 years, it's getting worse.
Yeah, I came here in 2002, and yeah. I swear to God, it's not even my nostalgia, it was so much more pleasant back then. It's so fucked now.
My sister was interviewing candidates. She has her own business, and as is, courteous, pure decorum when it comes to interview, you extend your hand, to professionally meet and greet someone. And there was a particular male candidate, and he said, I cannot shake your hand. And my sister was taken aback, saying, what? And he said, no, I can't. You are a woman. And my sister said, please do elaborate why. She goes, we're merely just shaking hands as she is the interviewer and he's the candidate. And he goes, no, it's to repress or to ensure that I don't have sexual feelings. And my sister was thinking,
oh my God.
You are not going to get the job. And it is getting ridiculous, because if you do move to a country, and Sarah, I've said this numerous times on Clubhouse, even in general discussions with my friends, if you do move to this country or in Europe, because as you know my background. Both my parents are from different countries. If you can't integrate or respect the culture and you find British values or Western values repugnant, then go back home. That's not racist. If it's repugnant to you, then you can never integrate it. So why are you here?
I don't think they're trying to integrate, Rima. I think they're trying to take over, and it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's
the thing. Like, look at all of the previous Christian countries that are now fundamentally Muslim, and fucked for that matter. The UK is harboring so many. Like, the UK is harboring the fucking. What is it? The Muslim Brotherhood? And was it the leader of Qatar was just like, we don't even allow those fuckers, and you've got them all over the UK.
We are a joke, unfortunately.
I mean, the problem that I see is this. It comes mainly from the left side of the political spectrum. Is this kind of minorities can never do anything bad. So when you and because of there's so many like populists to the right who have made Muslims their main target. This has sort of increased even further. So now the political parties to the left, they are, anytime you hold minorities responsible for anything, or if you somehow say that they are somehow guilty of anything, you are racist, basically. And it's so corrupt because it lets them get away with anything. I see it all the time. I used to kind of be like that myself. And then when I realized that what happens when you let these people do whatever they want, they can just get away with anything, basically. It's scary. I mean, UK to me, honestly, Birmingham and London, it is scary. I know what these people, what views they have, and to be honest, because there are so many of them that already speak English before they come to the UK, they speak great English on top of that, so they're very effective in spreading all their propaganda and everything. Just look at the Dawa movement, or the Dawa that is going on in Speaker's Corner. It's scary to be honest.
Yeah, that's why we've got to leave. I've got a little girl. I don't want to deal with this shit. I don't want her having to, because even, being a woman, it's not safe. Being a little girl, it's not safe now. I mean, show me a Muslim country where, apart, Qatar and those other Arab countries that are separate from extreme Islam, they are safe. But any other Muslim majority country, the women and the girls are not safe.
I would agree with you, Sarah. Going back to your point, in terms of certain countries not pursuing justice in the interest of being perceived that they are being racist towards a particular minority. That's what happened in the UK. I don't know if you ever heard of the grooming scandal in the UK. So these were a group of primarily Pakistani men. It's not racist, it's a fact. I'm not saying that all Pakistani men are paedophiles, but 99.99% of those grooming gang members were Pakistani, and 99.99% of the survivors and victims were white English girls. And the police did not lay a finger on them. Neither did social care get involved. Why? Because they did not want to be perceived to be racist.
Rumor also, it's been found that some police officers were actually in the gangs too. I didn't find out what their ethnicity is, but
Were they white or were they Pakistani?
I don't know. I just heard that there were police in the gangs.
Wow, I did not know that. I thought in Rotherham it was mostly just mostly Pakistani men who got.
Yeah, but from the top to the bottom, there's a lot of, you know, Muslim lawyers and Muslim police, and he's like protecting, you know, systemic as fact.
There's a Muslim lady reporter who's also supporting these guys. So even Muslim women are supporting these men. This is how bad, you know, the community is. They're all in it together. And was it Sir Syed or something like that? Some guy who was in the parliament who was also a member of this gang abusing women.
I've not heard this.
Yeah.
A lot of them come from a culture of silence, and basically you cannot report Muslims for these things. That's sort of where they come from, some of them at least, and that's scary.
I think primarily in Rotherham, Yorkshire, they targeted white English girls, Sikh and Hindu girls, anyone that essentially was not Muslim. They targeted, unfortunately.
So that makes sense.
Michael, McZed.
Hey, what's up?
We were just having, sorry, I think we digressed wildly. We were just having a discussion about certain minorities getting away with crimes because the authorities don't want to be perceived to be racist.
Right, that does sound like a British issue that popped up recently.
Yeah.
It's
You know, the blasphemy laws now, so you and I are really scared about what we share to each other on WhatsApp because the Apple iCloud, you know, they gave the information to the UK government. So luckily mine doesn't actually back up. But yeah, you should be really careful about what you share, Ruma.
I haven't actually broken any law.
No, but even memes, you know.
No, I know. I'm being very careful. I've never incited hatred. I've spoken about my concerns about Islamism increasing Europe, but I've never actually.
But you know, under the Keir Starmer blasphemy laws, even to discuss grooming gangs is a blasphemy law. It's Islamophobia now.
I think they proposed to redefine Islamophobia. It's still not legal, and Keir Starmer can go and fuck off. Sorry, but he can't.
I don't think that's going through.
Let me double check, but I remember at the time that it was.
Okay, this guy's name is Lord Ahmad, former Labour peer guilty of child sex offences. I just shared the link. He's from Rotherham.
The scary thing in Sweden is that we have people who are secret service have flagged as security threats, and they should be deported. But because we can't deport them, they are still here in Sweden. And then you have these left-leaning journalists that take these people's word over our security services, and it boggles my mind. I hate these people. I really do. I used to be one of these people, and then 7th of October happened, and it just changed my mind because some of the people that I previously would have defended as like, oh, these people they're Muslims, but they're nice people and everything. The things that I heard them say about Jewish people, the things that I heard them say about Israel, I'm like, these people are insane. And that this was like one of the things that I always hung on to when it came to Muslims, that yeah, well, there are these Muslims who are very nice and they are integrated, they speak Swedish, they aren't criminals, there's nothing wrong with them. When I heard these people who I normally would have defended say these things, then I'm like, my entire worldview just shattered in a moment. And I'm like, this is fucking madness. So I would change person since then.
Yeah, Tam, you remember what happened to me? I'm sure I've told you this story before, what happened when I was 9 years old. When I used to live in London. So there was a boy who was Arab Muslim, and I thought all the pupils were invited to his birthday party, and my mother did warn me to say, maybe you should not go. And I was like, I'm a kid, what do I know? So I was like, no, I'm going to go because I'm going to look as if, I'm a bit of a cheapskate because I didn't buy the kid a present. So I went. I remember the stairs going up to their house, and I knocked on the door, and his mother opened the door, and they spoke Arabic, which obviously I do not understand. And every single kid, there were Afro-Caribbean kids there were Christian kids there were all types of kids there. And I remember to eighth saying la in Arabic means no. And can you imagine me being a 9-year-old child, how that made me feel? I was not even allowed in the house. And I went home. Obviously, I was a bit annoyed because my mother was right, and she was sorry. It does affect you. You know, your first experiences, it does affect you. But I do believe that there are two sides to certain people that I meet within that community. But is that fair for me to say that every...
I'm sorry, I had a hot line. Sorry, I've got a cough.
That's alright.
I mean, Ruba, honestly, I grew up in, not like in the ghetto, but like I always were close to people who were from these ghetto areas in Sweden. And when I think back about what I've heard, I also realized that this is just so common. I always hear Muslims talking about how basically they make Palestine to be the most important thing in the world, while completely neglecting Syria, Yemen, Muslims in Xinjiang, China, Myanmar. Like all they will speak about is the Jewish state of Israel. Never speak about all the things, and somehow this is the most cruel thing, even though like was it something between 300,000 to 500,000 people have died in Yemen and Syria, for example, and yet somehow I mean it's just crazy to me how and the United Nations as well, all their they only look into things basically that Israel does. Well, all the other countries combined have had less reports made about them than Israel in itself. I mean, it's mind-blowing.
Well, in terms of Palestine, they've had many opportunities to make a state, numerous opportunities. There's a saying in, they never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity. Does that make sense? This is their history. And, it's just ridiculous. And yes, I am, I'm not ashamed to say I'm pro-Israel, I'm a Zionist. If you hate me, that's fine, don't care. But that does not mean that I am not a humane person either. I take no pleasure with Palestinian civilians being killed, because there have been Palestinian civilians killed. But however, what people do not recognise is that in a war, that is what happens. Why do we never discuss how many civilians died in Iraq when NATO and the United States waged war in Iraq? Far more were killed then. So sometimes sometimes I do feel, that's when I feel it's slightly anti-Semitic. Sorry, Sarah, to interrupt you.
No, I'm saying there's a genocide of Christians in Northern Africa at the moment. It's actually really fucking sad, man. You don't hear anything about that either.
Take the Hindus in Bangladesh, for example. That's another.
Yeah, shit, man.
Yeah, but even in Pakistan, the Hindus, they are getting slaughtered.
Comrade, look, he's got his hand raised.
I mean, this logic doesn't really make any sense, because there are people that talk about these issues. There's endless advocates. In fact, during the...
Yeah, but we don't see the protests, man. that's what we're talking about, the protests and the activism and the raid.
Well, I've been a part of these protests, so maybe it's because of the viewer or because of the media that you consume. But we have fought against, the Iraq War. We have fought against the Afghan War, and etc.
All of the Western things you fought against. Yeah, we know.
I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean.
That
He said what he said.
yeah, it's only when the West does something wrong, that's what you fight against.
Okay, so from my profile picture, where do you think I descend from?
It doesn't matter. You're saying you're an orthodox Marxist. That's enough for me to know that you're morally corrupt.
Why, Tam? Why doesn't it matter?
Because you're morally corrupt.
How
You're
does
morally corrupt. You're a Marxist.
Okay, shut the fuck up. How is I could easily.
Please do.
How is that relevant, right? To what I'm saying. I'm describing my relation to the West and why I will oppose the West, right? So if I'm an African
in the West, don't you live in America?
Wait, why do I live in the United States?
Yeah, I don't know, you've got an American accent to me. Where are you from?
Why, right? Based on assumption of how I appear, do I live in the United States?
No, it's how you sound, not how you appear.
Why, right? If I am an African American, do I exist in it?
Does someone bought your family?
Correct. Because someone bought my family, and from my
oh my God.
Because African tribes sold your family.
Yes, the African tribes sold your family.
So you don't actually know the history of the transatlantic slave trade. So are you saying that the slave
we
trade
don't know the rewritten version.
Oh, no, it's not a rewritten version. So when did the slave trade? Well, I mean, it started actually with, yes, the Portuguese and Belgium, right? The Dutch, right? Which is where we get the East India Company. And if you understand the King Leopold Congo, he went into a region where the people were so peaceful and so pacified in his opinion that showing them even a slight amount of violence would get them to submit. So he took this population of people that had never been warring, had never had severe conflict, and subjugated them, enslaved the entire population, and that was the first iteration of the transatlantic slave trade. So this idea, right, that slavery started because black Africans sold other black Africans is incorrect. That development only happened after the violence, right? After the violence of these precursor.
It happened though, didn't it?
That is not. You're incorrect. You're incorrect. Because now you're reframing.
Sir.
You're reframing it now. Because what actually happened is due to the violence, right, within the Central and Western African regions that they were seeing as Europeans took up land and colonized the region with more advanced weapons, rivaling tribes, right?
Oh my God.
Let me finish what I'm saying, because you have this entire straw man, so I'm going to dismantle it.
No, you're the one who's saying that.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Because you're
you guys were like cutting each other's hearts out.
No, we weren't. That is exceptionally racist. We weren't cutting each other's hearts out.
No,
how would you feel that? How would you feel if I said that about anyone of Jewish descent? You would say that that's
oh no, we couldn't have been violent without the white man showing us how to be violent.
Oh, wow.
You're the one who's infantilizing your own people, and you are racist.
I am not infantilizing.
Yes, you are. You're taking away all accountability by your own people. Victim.
No. You're creating a strong. You're cutting me off because I am proving you wrong. So I will continue what I'm saying.
What are your African tribes who were fond of selling black people into the slave trade? Were black people selling black people to the slave trade? Did that happen? Yes or no? Did that happen?
But there's a
Thank you. Instead of talking about transatlantic, you guys are talking about the transatlantic sector. about the Arab thing. Are you aware of the Arab thing?
Wait. So now,
are you aware?
Not only
tell me.
right?
No, but I want to hear you confess.
Now,
are you aware that it's worse?
Now,
are you aware of that? No, but really, are you aware of it? Are you aware of
this
that?
is what
Yes
you
or
guys
no?
are doing.
Are you aware of that?
Now,
Comrade, are you aware of that? Yes or no?
are you going to let me respond?
Are you aware? Yes
Are
or
you
no?
going to let me respond?
Yes
Okay.
or no? It's a yes or no question.
I'm not giving
are
you a
you
yes or
aware?
no answer.
But it is.
You're trying to
are you aware?
Yes, I'm aware of the Arab slave trade. But what you're trying to do there, Cam,
I'm not trying to do anything. I'm
yes,
asking you a question.
Let me
you want to talk about all the Western things that are bad. And I want to get off your script. But I want to get off your script. You are on a script, and I want to see if you're being consistent. That's my point.
This is very clear about the kind of person you are. This is kind of the people we are.
You don't know me. I'm sorry. You don't know me.
I know you're racist.
Oh, really? What makes you say that I'm racist?
For example, you didn't listen to anything I was saying. You immediately saw my profile.
He didn't listen.
Let me finish what I'm saying. You just cut
You're
me off.
chatting shit.
I'm not chatting shit.
I got a green bean.
I didn't.
I literally run the room.
I didn't start an argument. First of all, I was talking, right? I was talking about context and about how we actually. You are interrupting me because you don't want
You don't answer the questions.
I am trying to answer your fucking questions, but you won't let me.
Everything, but don't answer
You are not allowing me to
all
ask.
this meta.
This is exceptionally manipulative. So
Oh
first of all,
my
I'm gonna
God!
finish.
You're
I
not
am going to finish.
You're
I
not
am going
answering
to
the
finish.
question.
I am going to finish saying what the fuck I was saying since you are a 5-year-old. So when I came in this room, right, I stated that many of us actually do take part in those protests, right? And what you immediately did is imply that the only reason we protest those things is because we're against the West, right? I asked you what my relation to the West would be, right? Because I am African American. Then we go through this tirade of you guys saying that black people sold themselves into slavery, which is contextual.
No, that is not what I said.
That is quite literally what
You're putting words into my mouth.
I am not putting words.
No.
I am not putting words.
How about
I am not talking about what you
just
said. I am saying what other people in the street said instead of you being a 5-year-old.
No.
Let me finish. Can I land my fucking plane?
I wanted to make
Can
a
I
side
land my
note.
plane?
But you're misconstruing what I said.
I'm not.
That was not my point, though. That was not my point.
Say that you said that. Don't ask. I
That's
said
not what
someone
Sarah
on
said
the
either.
stage.
It wasn't what Sarah said either.
I didn't say it.
Then who?
Go ahead, Tim. Just finish up, and then we'll bring up the comrade to respond.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the audience. But I mean, what I think is so interesting is people. He comes up and he says, we were talking about the hypocrisy, that there is a way in which people view what the West does, and then there's these other minorities that are not held accountable for things that they have done. Muslims are part of this, or the Arabs, for example. So my point was that if you compare the Arab slave trade and the transatlantic slave trade, it's often